Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Just checking our mics are working and all that sort of stuff, trying out something different today. We're on the YouTube, streaming live only on YouTube tonight, so hope you're all doing well. If you're there in the chat, let us know. Microphone should be working, hopefully. Let us know if you can hear sound okay. We're just going to go through before we get into the hobby and all that jazz, and just let everyone know that the stream is live. So hope you're all doing fantastic on this evening. Been a pretty good Wednesday. I've just built a new glass cabinet behind me, bathed in bile. Cool, sound is fine. That's what I like to hear. We're trying to stream on something different today, not using StreamYard. Because this way works better for me. So just give me a sec. Gonna do our general share around and what's everyone been working on hobby wise at the moment. Everyone been doing some hobby, getting in some hobby hopefully. So let's go on there. Letting everyone know we're live. I'm going to be building some more death because I made the commitment that I'm going to have all my death painted by Halloween. That's going to be the goal. So I've got about 2,000 points of Ossiarch Bone Reapers to paint up, and a lot of undead, a lot of Nighthorn, and a Throne Mortis Engine to paint up. And so that'll be the plan of getting all my undead. That'll be my plan to get all that done. So let's flip down to the build station and keep building. I've been building these bad boys at the moment. These are the, what are they called, Necropolis Stalkers. I'm going to build a unit of 6. Good friend of mine said falchions are the way to go, so we're going to build a unit of 6 with falchions, and I think the two-handed swords just look stunning on them. So we're going to build up 6 of them, all with falchions. I've built some of my Morghast up already. So I've got 4 more of them to build. I've got another 10 dudes to build as well. Awesome. A bit of a lazy week. I mean, we all have lazy weeks, man. I've had lazy couple of months, really, hobby-wise. Need to get back on that wagon and really start pumping. So that's what this one is going to be for me. And so we're going to build the last one of these guys. So we need 19. Is 20. And 21, wherever that may be. There it is. Awesome. And 23, 22 legs. Pretty easy to find legs. That'll be the wife coming. I can hear her opening the door with refreshments. Hey, babe. The wife dropping off the coffee.
Coffee.
Love you. Nice coffee frappe from McDonald's. All the good stuff. So now we're just going to clean up all these bits and build the last of the legs for this 3. Well, this lot of 3, and I've got another 3 to build, so we might go build all their bodies first and get them all ready on the bases. And then we'll start working on the next bits. I really do like the Bone Rippers range. Alright, so yeah, just getting all the bits and pieces put together that we need to for this. Yeah, wife friendly goods. I firmly believe I have the best wife in Warhammer. She is utterly supportive of everything I do. I mean, and she even comes and plays games with me, so, you know, so got a pretty good thing going here. I know how damn lucky I am. Which is, if you're watching, you can go watch me and the wife play a game of Warhammer. We filmed a battle report. Daughters of Cain, she played with, and I played with Gloomspike kits. Really enjoyed playing a few games with the kits, but now I'm back on my pirates, and the last battle report I put up, I thoroughly enjoyed the battle report, like the game. Yeah, I think my last game, I think I found the 2,000 point list of pirates that I like for what I have at the moment before I start going chariot spammy with what I've got underneath here. There's like 12 chariots sitting under here that need to be built. Now, what do you think of the latest bat rep, man? That was against. Yep. And if you want to see what horses over dragons mean, go watch the latest battle report. Oh dear, it's little things like that I don't remember because I play so many games. And now you've reminded me. Yeah, horses over dragons. And morning, Soren. Lovely to see you again, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We are just streaming on YouTube tonight. No, just YouTube tonight, man. There's reasons why at the moment I just want to do YouTube. And I'll look back at Twitch in the future. There's some things and stuff of reasons why I need to do it just on YouTube. But I mean, at least for you, it means you don't have to have 2 different screens going for me. G the Hypersapien, hey mate, nice to see you there. Nice to see everyone in the chat. Hope everyone's been getting some hobby done. or trying to. Like, I don't even want to ask what zone, because I know you live in the US, and like, interesting in the US is generally code word for other thing, words you generally don't like saying. See, exactly what I mean, man. Someone says, like, I've had an interesting, it usually means I've had a couple of shit weeks. But, well, I'm glad it was a COVID scare, mate. That's all I'll say. Like, if it's just a scare, I'm glad about that. We had our own COVID scare at one point. Like, all of us in the household all of a sudden like got sick at the same time. Like when the whole family like all of a sudden had the flu at the same time, like both kids, me and the wife, and you're just like, oh, and the doctors just go, yeah, you got to go to the hospital and get tested now. And it's like your whole household. But luckily that turned out to be nothing. No. Oops, moving my camera accidentally. Yeah, we're building these guys at the moment. Another 3 in here to build. You want to know what I found out just with so surprised at how small the Bone Reapers were. Like, just so utterly surprised how small. Like 20, they've not released any 25mm models for Age of Sigma, have they? Ever? Like, they are the only 25mm Age of Sigma models. Like Fire Slayers. Oh no, sorry. The only other one is Arknaut Company. Pretty sure. No, you see, all the goblins they released were all 32s, because the goblins are an old kit. Same with Doc, like the Witch Elves are on 25s, but they're not actually an AOS kit. The only other one is the Arknaut Company. Pretty sure that's it. And it's just weird. Like, I did not expect. I thought when I saw the Bone Reapers, they were going to be on 32s and like decent, like quite beefier, but they're actually quite small. But of course, you got the big dudes here. But still. So the color scheme for the Nighthaunt, I'm actually going to do that Tesseract Glow. The new Nighthaunt Glow with like a purple cloth on top. That's the plan for my Nighthaunt. Yeah, I really want to use it. I'm only using it minutely on my Necrons. We'll get onto them soon enough. I think once I've done my death. So I've got to do a box set for IDK because I'm doing my Deepkin for the Slowbro. So I've got to start collecting Deepkin. That's all built, but that's going to be painted next month. I mean, I've got to finish. I'm the dude running it, so I need to finish my box set. I can't be the one who doesn't finish. I do need to order my Gloomtide shipwrecks as well. That's the IDNF terrain pieces. That's cool, the Tesseract on your Oryx. Have you seen the stuff about the Slowgrow campaign, mate? If not, you should check the Age of Sigmar South Australia page and jump on our Slowgrow campaign. Oh, awesome. So Christmas Battle Forces, there's going to be Stormcast. Like, I think we can safely assume there's going to be Stormcast. Now, thinking back last year, there was a Seraphon one last year. There was a Goblin one last year. And Nighthaunt along with Stormcast. So, or was it IDK last year? No, IDK was the year before with a doc. So what it seems to be is it's not this year's releases, it's the previous year. So I reckon we're going to get Stormcast just because we'll get Stormcast because it's Stormcast. I reckon we'll get Bone Reapers. I reckon we'll get Ogres. And let's say Ogres or Oryx, one of the two. I don't think you'll get both. You may get both, but I would highly doubt it. And I would say probably, let's say, Slaanesh or Slaves to Darkness. Or Khorne. Something Chaos. We've seen Slaves to Darkness ones before. So I reckon like you might see... I don't think they're going to have a Slaanesh one, though, because... I don't think Slaanesh is going to need a Christmas box when we've got all this stuff coming out for Slaanesh. I don't think they'd do that. I think they'll pick something else that's going down on the sales, because that seems to be the thing they do. They're not picking something that's high on sales. They're picking something that's gone down. So that's why I reckon Bone Reapers. Because Bone Reapers aren't the cool thing anymore. Like, I could see Slaanesh, but they're also currently on the way up in popularity, or at least they will be soon enough. So I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe Khorne. I don't think like a Fire Slayer one maybe would be cool, but I don't think you'd see Fire Slayers just because I don't think there's enough to put in it unless they include like the terrain piece in it as well. So for Fire Slayer one, it'd have to be the terrain piece of Magma Droth, Volkite Berserkers, a couple of Hearthguard blocks, and a couple of another character or something. Well, I think a Fire Slayer one's hard to make up without including the terrain piece. But that would also be really cool. Like, if the Fire Slayer one came out with a terrain piece and everything, I'd be tempted. Like, I am quite happy with my Fire Slayers that I've painted. I've just got to finish them off. The Magma Droth and get basing. So that'll be that would be interesting. I'd be tempted. I am planning to grab one and do like a Boxing Day challenge for myself. Which for many parts around the world would be actual Christmas Day. And do like a build and paint in like 24 hours or something over Boxing Day. But that would certainly be something interesting. So yeah, I'm going to say I'd like to say there'd be a Cities one, but I don't see it. I don't see Cities getting one unless they do like a, say, Envelgard and it's a whole bunch of Dark Elf kits. or it's a Living City one and it's a Sylvaneth unit and a whole bunch of Wanderer units. You know, unless they focus it on one city. Like Phoenician, a couple of Phoenixes and Phoenix Guard and Anointed and that sort of thing. I do like how all the Bone Reapers have like these little tails. Everything has a tail. It's rather funny. I do want to get, so I've got to get a unit of Cavalos Death Riders. This game would be an interesting one potentially. Oh, they did Skaven last year. Okay, that's the one that's the missing one then that I can't think of. Alright. So that's the one. And now on to the second. Yeah. What would everyone in the chat like to see? Like, what Christmas box would you like to see? What would you like to see in it? What would get you excited for a Christmas box? I'll throw that question back at you all. Yeah, I think if you got an Orc one, it would have to be Orc War Clans. Although, to be fair, you've got enough to make a big box of it. Like if it was just Iron Jaws. But yeah, Savage Orc box would be really cool though. My only issue with that, right, is that normally they have everything in there is plastic, and what Savage Orc kits are plastic? None of the heroes. Oh, excuse me. That's my only issue with seeing a Savage Rogue one. Normally they're all plastic. I don't think. Oh wait, no. Sorry, the Warboss on foot is plastic. The Warboss on foot is plastic, so there's a chance for that. Yeah, Ogres just seems like the one because like Ogres are on the down. Like they're not the most popular army at the moment. Like they're coming off their year. It's the same reason I think Bone Reapers like. I think you're going to see Bone Reapers from Death. Like I think that box would sell really, really well. Orders the top. Like you're going to get Stormcast, but then it's okay. Are we going to get another order box, or are we going to get a? Because there was that year where we had what was it? I think it was INF Doc Stormcast. We had like 3 order boxes and a Slave to Darkness box. Yeah, the Deacon one they released, honestly, was a rather big letdown. It contained neither the Eidolon nor the turtle. It was 2 sharks, which is cool. Like I like the sharks, and I can't wait to get one. But I think it was like it just missed the mark for me. The box, I'm like, oh. They won't do Realm Lords. I can guarantee you they will not do Realm Lords. I would be incredibly surprised if they did Realm Lords. They never do recent armies. The only time they've ever done that was the new edition Stormcast Nighthorn. That was the only time we ever got the new armies. And I think that was only because they were the lead armies. Like, I could be wrong on Slanesh. Slanesh could happen. They're on the down, and maybe they do want to push them more with this Broken Realm stuff. So Slanesh could happen. I feel that's more likely. Yeah, they've done plenty of armies that have. So you got Gloomspite. Yes, were brought out last year, but they were brought out like January. They're actually teased at Christmas. So, like, there was still like almost a year between that and a Battle Force. I don't see there being. But then again, these Battle Forces could have been planned ages ago. So we could throw all that thinking out the window because of how GW have done it. No, we haven't had a Maggotkin one. Like another Chaos one would be cool. I don't like. We have had armies that precursed. Like we had a Seraphon one, but that was like years and like almost 2 years before the Seraphon book came out. So I think that's a good example, actually. So I think it depends how far something is away. They wouldn't do it if it's about to be released. Does that make sense? They wouldn't want people to have all this army and then release an army. So that's the only thing there. They wouldn't do a Battle Force box and then give everyone an army for cheap when they're about to release that army and want to sell it. Zinc, yeah, see, Zinc, like early year stuff like Zinch and KO, I think are entirely possible. Both have had one, though. But yeah, it could be a cool one to have. Zinch one would be cool. I think the Zinch one they brought out last time was very heavily focused on the Arknights. So maybe something Daemon heavy, maybe a Lord of Change and a bunch of horrors. I'm still waiting for them to bring out a horror box that contains the necessary unit of horrors I need. I do need to go buy some horrors because I've got a Zinch Force, but it's got no summoning because I have no Daemons. So I need to go invest in some Daemons. I do like Lord of Change. He's probably my favourite graded Daemon model. The only one I've got at the moment is Bloodthirst that I need to fix up. Got it second hand, needs a bit of loving. Yeah, if you're watching along, let us know what you're hobbying on and how you're doing. Just building some Bone Reapers at the moment. Hope you're going for a while tonight. Awesome. So you decided to go on the Flesh Eater Courts then, mate? Thoroughly look forward to seeing you get them together if that's what you went with. So you did go flat back. Awesome. Look forward to getting some games in. But yeah. Oh, my variant. Awesome, mate. I'm doing great. You know what? I was just thinking the other day how you were going, mate. Hadn't seen you for a while. I'm glad you popped in. Makes my day that little bit better in the end. You'd been a bit quiet for a little bit. I was actually wondering how you were, so I'm glad you're here. How is life in the UK going at the moment? Going back into lockdown, it seems. What I know from friends. That's fair. I don't know, my mate Rob over on the Honest Wargamer is a little bit disappointed by all of it, that the Super Series has now come to a halt after literally just starting, which is unfortunate. And yeah, if you're watching, don't forget to give the video a like. All of that helps immensely. No worries, Hyper Sapien. I will catch you soon. I am building some bone reapers at the moment, mate. My very. I've made a commitment that I want to get all my deaths painted by Halloween. So I've got 2,000 points of bone reapers and a lot of Nighthaunt. Thanks to Mortal Realms. Have a good one, Hyper Sapien. Stay safe and stay well. So yeah, I want to get all my deaths painted, and then I've got some work to do. I've got my Lumineth that I want to get started. So we've just got to get cracking at the moment, I think. Gosh, enough. Alrighty. Yeah, OBR, they're a little bit expensive. I've got 2 Feast of Bone sets, and then I got some stuff secondhand pretty cheap. I've got an extra couple of box of Morghast Arcan, decently cheap, which is cool. So let's have a look at getting these dread fashions on. Well, first of all, we need to put the body things on. So, Brandon, nice to see you there, mate. All right. Oh, all about the slogan there, man. So, games are not the most important thing in the slow grow. Like I'll be organizing times when people can get together. Along with Peter, who's in the chat that we've got going. He'll like you can always go into the store there, and I'm always happy to host games. I'm free most nights, so if you ever want games, you can always come up my way. But for the most part, it's mainly about getting people chatting together that are in the community. Like we've got so many people from all over the state now in that little chat, and more are asking to join every day, which is cool. So it's mostly about just getting everyone together, getting everyone hobbying, and hopefully this leads to getting people and the community more active together. Really just trying to get the community moving along a little bit more is the aim of it. That is the number one aim. But it also ends in the month that SAGT is held. So there's the potential that this could lead up and most people could be close to an army that's playable at SAGT, which would be really cool if that can happen. And we can get a bunch of people playing at GT. I will be organizing at least some events during this for like games. So like maybe like mini tournaments and stuff like that, or campaign days. And so the main way the campaign is going to work is every month I've got like a list of things that we're going to do each month. So for the first month, we're doing our start collecting boxes, and every month there'll be something to add to the army within a theme. So say 1 month might be add a centerpiece model. So it'll be find one of the big models in your army and add a centerpiece to your army. Like, I'm doing Idoneth Deepkin, so it'll be add an Eidolon or the turtle to my army. But there also will be each month after the first, so not including the first, will be you can do something in addition if you get that first piece finished. So it'll be if you finish your centerpiece, awesome. And then if you finish your centerpiece, you can also add a battle line unit as well. Just giving credit to people that are getting that little bit extra done. Not necessarily anything competitive about this slow grow. It's all about getting people like literally just growing those armies. And one of these is broken. Joy. So put this tiny little bit back on. But yeah, I'll be organising some Learn to Play days as well. For those who are new, because there is just a ton of new people in like in the groups, which is amazing to see just how many new people there are in the community. My big thing always with the community is just getting more people in there playing and just growing our community and getting it bigger and bigger. Right, now if we finish these other ones. Awesome, man. I'm happy to have you a part of it. If you have times you're free for games, feel free to drop me a message on Facebook. I can try and sort something out with you. But yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is what I do. Yeah, I understand that like fleshies don't have that big a range. You'll find there's plenty you can do in this though. Like, I mean, straight away there's there's 4 variations of that dragon kit you can build up. So it might be cool. You build the Terrorgeist first, the Gore King on Terrorgeist first, which I strongly suggest you do. But then if we go to like Centerpiece and build a monster, you can build the Zombie Dragon variation. So you have something different to paint. Because this isn't necessarily about building the most kick-ass army that's out there. It's about building a force that like looks cool on the table, is a collection. That's what I always find. Like some of these units, like cool, I've got 2 different units of Morghast here. Yes, I did see your finished ghouls, man. They look fantastic, my variant. Give me a sec. I've got to go on the ground because I just dropped a bit just snapped off, and now I've got to find it. Got it. Pretty flimsy, these little things. Oh, nice. I think there's actually some cool tutorials on YouTube from Warhammer TV for that sort of thing. Look up Flesh Eater Courts and Death stuff on Warhammer TV, my variant. Not my variant. Made in Bio, I think you'll find something. Just break the other side of it. Break so freaking easy. So, sounds great, man. Sometimes the easiest schemes are the best schemes. Sounds good, man. Like, just such a nice, quick scheme. I do like nice and quick schemes. Like, although I like punishing myself too and picking schemes that are horrible to paint. But yeah. Yeah, you're talking to someone who feel like is like getting their blood reavers, which are the worst corn models ever, and like painting them up to like parade ready standard. But that's the level I like to paint all my models, is at least to parade ready. Not necessarily golden diamond or anything above parade, but if we can get to parade ready, I'm pretty happy with how my models look at that point. So we've got their body plates on, and then we can work on getting their dread falchions, which are the nice big two-handed swords. So that's what we're going to go with for the unit. Personally, online armies and parade, I won't take part in it. What I am doing for the Facebook groups that I run, if you don't know, I run most of the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Facebook groups, like the actual big ones. We're doing like a post your things during the day, and whoever wins with the nicest board will get will be the banner picture for the year. And we'll continue on that tradition every year from now on. Yeah, man. We definitely will organise another game before the slow grow starts. Alrighty. Yeah, so armies on parade, yeah. Like online, just I get why they're doing it. There's people that have planned it all year, but I know so many people that just aren't going to do it if it's online anymore. It's not my thing if it's online, personally. I have everything, man. Like you're always going to want something if you're watching me build armies. I wish I had armies that went out yet. GW ever gave me stuff, I would shill for them in a heartbeat to get free stuff. Early access. But nah. I've got some cool minis that I've just recently got from a bunch of different companies. So I picked up this lady. She's 3D printed mini. She's like a huntress goddess. So it's like a hunter god. And then I picked up her disciple as well. So they're a couple of 3D printed from. They were from Anime Games. I've then got a nice pin-up mini. So this is from Kingdom Death. Very anime style pin-up minis, which are cool. I've got a bunch more of them I've got to build. I've then got this lady here and a mermaid. They're both from Bricks Minis. Another couple of 3D printed ones. There's a bunch of minis like that in my variant. And then I've got this lady as well with her other lady friends. So this was from RTL Miniatures. So we'll get painting them at some point as well. Just some different sort of minis to paint up, something different. Yeah, Kingdom Death, if you like that mini Marvarian. Them are out of print, but I managed to find some scouring the internet. Dread Falchions. I believe you only arm one with the Dread Falchions. Give me a sec, I'm just going to look. Yes, there's one in every 3 models. Cool, so that's the Spirit Blades with Dread Falchions. We're going to build another one with his Dread Falchions, and then we can build 4 with Spirit Blades. But yeah, Kingdom Death is pretty cool. There's some really cool minis. I've never played the actual board game that they're all a part of. I just like the pin-up minis. And the wife loves them too. So, yeah. But yeah, there's a ton of like 3D printed minis. There's a ton more I'd like to get, but might have to wait until the next lot of Patreon funds and all that come through to get a couple more minis. They've definitely got something going for them. Yeah, the dice will just take a bit. I got to get through some personal funds that I need to do some things with, and then we'll order the dice. I'll have the Sinful Gaming dice. Because if I order in a large amount, the dice just drop to a price where I can sell them on. I love them. I love the tumble dice or the long dice. It's not a new thing, the long dice, but I've actually seen them before. I think they're cool. I'm going to get some and I'm going to roll them just so I can annoy people. I'm going to roll them on the channel too. I'm going to get some just for my Lumineth army on the channel. But talking of like just money and stuff like that, something I want to like start funding for the channel is getting some more microphones so we can actually. It's really cool because they actually are like a very Asian inspired dice. Which is really cool because it sort of fits with like that whole like Tibetan mountain Asian sort of inspired aesthetic that the Lumineth have, which is cool. I just drop another fucking key. Another piece. Oh no, it went. Oh, did it? Where did it go? I think I just dropped another piece. Yeah, like GW make odd dice, and I have no problem. Like anyone can make normal dice with a symbol on something. GW do the odd dice, and it's a cool thing that they make these odd dice. Like I don't care whether they're not the most practical or anything like that. It's just a cool collector's thing to have. Yeah, the cost of Luminous one was a bit steep. I'll completely agree there. It's getting a bit on the pricey side there. And guarantee you the dice I do for Sinful Gaming will be cheaper than them. That I can promise you. Right next to each other. Yeah. I think the plan is I'm going to order about 200 of them to begin with. I've got to work out final prices and all that. And how much I can sell them for. So if you haven't seen them, they were posted in Discord, and if you'd like to see them, I can post them in Discord again. But yeah. Alrighty. So let's put together. Oh. This first lot of blades. So what do we need? 48, 49. Yeah. Then I'm going to organize my shirts as well. Yeah, I'm going with Sinful Gaming shirts to be cool as well. Just getting all that. I'm looking at getting some dice trays as well, and just a whole bunch of Sinful Gaming merch and combat gauges and stuff like that. We should have all of that stuff ready for hopefully around Christmas. I should have like the merch, we'll call it. Everything ready to go. And we've got Teespring and we're doing things through Teespring. Just because that's so easy, but the other things like gaming aids with our logos and stuff, I'll likely be putting up. I think I can get organizing something with my mate who runs Terrain Home. And organize some stuff with him as well. I mean, the channel's moving along very strongly, which is awesome. Let's see how good the channel is actually doing. So just go from strength to strength. And a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel in whatever way you do. Whether it's liking the videos and watching videos, supporting on Patreon, coming around for games, because that's all content for the channel. Coming and playing games is just as big a help as anything else. Whatever you do, I am extremely grateful for everything that people do help the channel grow and allow me to do more and more hobby for people to enjoy and do more stuff for people to enjoy. Yeah, my wife's even getting some Cinderful gaming tights. Yeah, baby clothes as well, so you can even dress the kids up in Cinderful gaming. Tights won't be for me; they'll be for the wife. Little tights on me. But looking into like hats and all that sort of stuff as well. Like, so we can just do that through Teespring. It's so easy. Yeah, so almost got these Necropolis Stalkers built, and then we can start getting some more. I'll probably do the other lot of Mortek Guard next. And I've just got 4 more guys to build. I do have a spare I will have a spare Vokmortian laying about though, so maybe he'll go into some of the Christmas giveaway stuff. Or maybe we'll give him away on Halloween. Who knows? have the Black Library reviews starting to come out. And then I've got to get back to, I've been writing scripts for the Storytime Law series. So that'll be another fun thing to do. If you're still with us, let us know what you're working on. Something cut out there? Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. So I look forward to seeing some progress shots from you then. Painting your ogres. Internet cut. I've got the ogres down there for Feast of Bones. Like the temptation is now that I've got like the Bone Rippers halves that like they'll probably be the next army just because it'll be like cool to get the box done. I've got 3 more Thunder Tusks to go along with Thunder Tuskets. Just there. Actually, that's not a bad camera angle. Besides my bags of bits. If I tidy that up, that actually might be a nice camera angle. You can just see the door a tiny bit, I think. So that's that. And then we've got the last 2 sets of arms to do, and then we're just going to put the heads together. Dang. It's a good box, but at least like everything is out for it now. I'll for sure be jumping on that Slaanesh and Daughters of Cain one. It is a good box though, Feast of Bones. Like, I look forward to painting that Tyrant a lot. I really did enjoy painting my ogres when I did paint up my Thunder Tusk. So I've got 3 more Thunder Tusks to do, 4 Mournfang, cavalry, and then a feast of bones, and the more pot. I think I have more pot. More pot? Yes, I have the more pot. I've got a Loon Curse box over there I've got to build as well. Yeah, there's a temptation to do the ogres as well, to get 1,000 points of bone rippers, to play 1,000 points of ogres and play through the Feast of Bones campaign that's in the box set. So that'd be a fun thing to do. So I think I might tidy this up and have all nice painted models here as well. Or at least some interesting things up there. Alright, it's another one. These are just really cool models. I really like them. Back crack. Bone Reapers, they're on a bit of a downturn at the moment, but they're still really good. They're probably like a good army, not necessarily OP anymore. They were at one stage like the most abusive thing in the game. Whoa. One second, grab something. Got the thing. Drag the box a bit closer, but yeah, Bone Reapers play pretty well. They're pretty offensive in some ways. But yeah, they're definitely not as overpowered as they were. They're strong without a doubt, but they're definitely not overpowered, I don't think, anymore. If anything, I think the nerf they got was probably too harsh. I'm trying to do something different with my Bone Reapers and not try and take the thing that everyone takes. And play something different for Bone Reapers. All right. Let's get this last one, his arms on. And then we can put their heads on and then shoulder pads and we're done. Woohoo! We're done this unit anyway. I've still got 10 more tech guard and 4 more, and I've got the terrain piece to go as well. And we're just going to get all the Nighthawk built, and then we're going to start hammering out some painting. Home stretch, yeah, we're getting there. That home stretch. I do have a quick little warband that I want to paint up Warcry because I want to get filming some battle reports. So tomorrow night we might be painting that up. Try and smash that out as quick as I can. Hopefully get that done in a day or so. And just so I can film some solo games. Film Lonesome Roan campaign, which is a solo play of Warcry. Get that ready. Oh, nice. I would be keen for some games if you have some Untamed Beast, man. Got Untamed Beast actually on the shelf. Just got them painted up myself as well. I'm more than happy for some Warcry games. Wouldn't mind organising like a Warcry campaign on the channel. When you get 4 people that are going to play it on the regular though. If you're going to do that. That sucks. Yeah, I've got the core box as well. Everything for Warcry. We've got 70, 2 lots of 70, and these just go. Shoulder pads only go on the big blades. One sec. Yeah, man. I have a ton of Underworld Warbands. Got to paint one up. I've actually got Skate's Wild Hunt that I want to get painted up as well. So oh, nice. Got the Grimwatch sitting in box there. Plan for the battle reports I want to do with Underworlds are just playing with the cards out of the box, not picking and choosing. Just do straight out of the box games. Oh. Little bug. You can get squished. There isn't an Underworld's Warband for Deepkin, which is sad. Although I can ally in Sylvaneth, so maybe I'll do one of the Sylvaneth ones up. Yeah, we could easily do that. Well, we can organise a day where we can just have like heaps of games. All right. It'd be cool to play through like a Warcry campaign or something though. But yeah, like I can run through like narrative campaigns with mine, and you can easily just be like the Gumby army for me, just chopping and changing. We could do something cool, quite narrative with it. Oh, these heads are fiddly as hell. Yeah. I'll get my city's warband all done up. In fact, you can just play like a bunch of different warbands that are going to oppose my city's warband while they try and do their campaigns. Should be cool. At the moment, we're just coming out of winter, so we're having like nice. It's been pretty nice, to be honest. We're getting like 23-degree days, but raining still. We're getting the occasional like 28-degree day, which is like beautiful, like today. Today was lovely, sunny and 28. It was lovely. Yeah, see, 26 for me is like a beautiful day. Go out and do my yard work, take the kids to the park at 26. But then again, like, it's the exact opposite though. Like anything under 20 is cold. But yeah, they released the cities. They've shown the Cities of Sigmar warband off, which is cool. Yeah, well, not shown. It got leaked. I found some White Dwarf leaks. So I've got a Free Guild Greatsword leading the warband. I've got 2 Free Guild Gale Spears. I'm using 1 Dread Spear though as like a replacement. I've got a Thunderer using as a Free Guild handgun. I've got a Free Guild Crossbowman. Got a Wildwood Ranger, a Free Guild Guard with Halberd, Free Guild Guard with Sword and Shield, and a Blackguard. And that's 1,000 points on the dot, which is cool. Yeah, see, 14, 15, that's cold for me. Way too cold for me. No, thank you. That being said, though, like, the cold's not terrible because you can just stay inside. When it's hot, even inside doesn't matter. Oh no, it's hot here when it gets hot. Yeah, like I understand, like obviously climatizing. Like I'm pretty sure I would be fine in England's hot with no air conditioning because it wouldn't bother me because it would be hot to me. But at the same point, like I'd be having my heater on most like during summer in England sometimes. Like hot to me, you got to be 36 and over. at least, for me to start thinking it's hot. Like 32 is a lovely day. Our sports events keep going until it's above 36. Yeah, but that's all to do with climatizing. Like, I'm used to that sort of stuff. I won't be a scorpion, it'd be mirror spider. But you know what you do? To stop those spiders, you leave other spiders alone. So, to stop things like, so we have this spider called a huntsman, and yes, they are freaky as all hell, and I freaking hate them. However, if you see one outside your house, leave the thing alone because it eats the other spiders. It's not poisonous, but it hunts other spiders. Same as daddy longlegs, they hunt other spiders, and those aren't freaky looking though. Those I can deal with in my house. But yeah, both those spiders hunt other spiders, hunt the deadly spiders like white tips and redbacks. So you leave them alone. Because they're not poisonous, so you leave those ones alone. Obviously, except if you have kids. Like huntsman's inside my house, you die. If a spider makes it inside my house, at that point he has to die. But if you're just hanging around outside, you're fine with me, buddy. But it's like the thing you should always get rid of geckos and lizards near your property because snakes generally hunt them. Well, redbacks won't do it. Redback generally can't kill an adult, obviously, unless you do absolutely nothing about being bitten by one. They're much more deadly to younger people or older people. An average person will survive getting bitten by a redback. White tips are really horrible. They actually cause necrosis when they bite you. And the venom can stay in your bloodstream for up to 8 years and continually afflict you with necrosis. You just get these giant welts of rotting flesh. It's really quite horrible. My mum actually got bitten by a white tip, and just for years she would just have these giant buboes that would just pop up and then burst, and it'd just be rotting flesh on the inside. It was horrible to watch and see. No, that's freaky stuff. White tips are no fun. Then you've got things like funnel webs in Sydney. Like South Australia's pretty lucky. We don't have that many nasty ones. We've got snakes over here are probably our worst thing. Common browns are really, really deadly. Yeah, a snake called the common brown is in the top 5 deadliest snakes in the world. That's just a horrible fact that it's called a common brown snake and it's deadly as anything. SA is our big dangerous thing though in SA is great whites. So SA is well known, not so much near Adelaide. If you go into the Great Australian White, which is like a big cutout at the bottom of South Australia and WA, that's one of the major breeding grounds for great whites in the world. So that's our big deadly thing. South Australia is pretty safe when it comes to actually the most deadliest things. We don't have either type of taipan, which is good. Taipans are the deadliest snakes in the world. The inland taipan lives in like the deserts of Australia, so that's okay. Then you also have the coastal taipan, which actually lives on the beach. Queensland, funnily enough, is the most deadly place to be in Australia because you've got a great white is pretty avoidable because they're so freaking huge. Like, although that being said, last year, and he's still around, there was a 7.5 meter great white hanging around the beaches of South Australia last year. That's one big shark. To put in perspective how big 7.5 meter shark is, Jaws the movie, they say it's a 5 meter shark. So this thing was 1.5 times in Jaws. Yeah, he was down at Largs Bay and all that last year. And he was the year before that. He's been sighted a couple of years in a row now. I actually managed to get tracking on him, which is really cool. Because just something that big is amazing. But like I say, in Queensland's the worst because you've got not only like taipans on the beach and inland, you've got karate nope birds or a cassowary, which are these giant emu ostrich things with giant blue and red head, this giant crest, and they've also got these almost foot-long talons on their feet that they literally jump in the air and karate kick you with. Like, I'm not even joking. They literally karate kick you. They're incredibly fast, incredibly aggressive, giant territorial birds. Live up in the rainforest in Queensland. Queensland also has sharks living in the river in the main city called Brisbane. Like sharks, you can't actually go swimming in Brisbane River because there are sharks in it. Like in the middle of a city, there are sharks in the river. And they're also the most aggressive type of shark on the planet, known as the bull shark. They generally fight with crocodiles that are also in the rivers up in Queensland. And then you have box jellyfish up in Queensland as well, which are they're poison strong enough to paralyze you. You've got rockfish, which are poisonous fish, and a whole bunch of other things. You've got multiple different shark breeds. But yeah, Queensland is without a doubt the deadliest place. You've got everything that's. But then there's other ones that you're not sure are that you don't think about that are poisonous, like a platypus. So I don't know if you know what the platypus is. That's the weird duck otter baby. It's a monotreme, which means it's a mammal that lays eggs. There are only 2 monotremes in the world, and they both live in Australia. It's the platypus and the echidna. And yeah, the male platypuses have a burr on their front paw that's poisonous, and it's really, really poisonous. They're not deadly poisonous, but you will be sick for weeks, and you'll go into vicious shocks. It's a poison that attacks your nervous system. So it won't kill you, but it'll just put you in so much pain. And also down in Tasmania, we've got Tasmanian devils, which are the most aggressive animal in the planet, and pound for pound, the strongest jaw of any animal alive. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean much because they are only about the size of a small dog. However, their jaws, like, they can literally chew through bones. Carers who deal with them have to wear multiple layers of chainmail gloves when feeding them, because if they bite your hand, they will take a finger clean off. What other amazing animals do we have in Australia? Deadly. Goannas. Giant monitor lizards the size of Komodo dragons that can run faster than any human possibly could ever. You can also scale trees. You mean bin chickens? They're called an ibis. They're not deadly in any way. They're just creepy looking. There's actually this tree in front of someone's house near my work that's a breeding ground for them, and just got this entire tree filled with these giant nests of ibises. That's the Necropolis stalkers done. Well, once I put their heads on, anyway. It's like raccoons. What? How well adapted a raccoon is that they know to go through people's trash to get food. Raccoons are vicious. Also incredibly cunning. But yeah, Australia's got so many cool animals, and ones like people outside Australia just don't know about, like some of the cool ones. Things like quokkas or bilbies or numbats or sugar gliders. That we have pygmy possums. No, we technically, or no and yes. So we have something called a koala bear, which is not a bear, it's a marsupial. It actually is called a koala bear because that's what they thought it was when they first saw it, and that is its actual name, but it is not a bear. The largest predator in Australia is a goanna. It's a giant lizard. They're big enough to eat koalas, hunt kangaroos, and the second most powerful predator, out of rivers and out of water. Obviously, crocodile takes the cake of everything. Is actually an eagle, which is the wedge-tailed eagle, which makes any other eagle in the world look like its little brother. They can have up to a wingspan of 2.5 meters, and they literally can pick up kangaroos and drop them. And that's how they kill them. They're huge. I don't know, I don't know how you can hate a koala. Most people, you'd never pick up a koala. They have they're almost like sloths in how they have these giant claws on their hands, and they will just shred straight through you. They've also naturally got chlamydia because they've got immunity to it, so they're actually a host for chlamydia. No, we don't have sloths. I was more using sloth as like a example for how a koala's got these giant claws that it latches on trees with. Yep, that's true. Kangaroos are so plentiful, but they're not plentiful like you'd see them everywhere. Some states have more of them than others, and most of them are actually quite small. The red kangaroos are found in Central Australia, and they are huge. They're 2 meter tall, muscular monsters. So eastern greys generally can be found in outer suburbia of places like Canberra, Melbourne, and all that sort of stuff, like the eastern states. So ACT, Victoria, and New South Wales, Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra. We don't have a lot of smaller kangaroos in South Australia. We've got a few, but our population is generally actually something called a wallaby, which is actually a smaller version of a kangaroo. It's still a type of kangaroo, I guess, but they're much smaller. They're much more tiny and less aggressive than kangaroos. Central Australia, so Northern SA and Northern Territory, has the red kangaroos, which are the big things, and they are not friendly. They are big territorial monsters. They're like 2 meters tall, and like actually muscular. Like those images you see of them, with like you've seen of like with this kangaroo with like a 6-pack and like ripped to all hell, is actually not fake. Yeah, the ones you see will actually knock you out. Like they will do it. All right. So let's start getting these Mortek guard bodies together and start putting the next unit of 10 together, which would be awesome. I think this is the Mortek guard are probably all we're going to get done tonight. Yeah. So anyone else still watching, let us know what hobby you're doing or what you're up to now. Love to hear from you all. I wonder if I dropped my chair. You can see what I'm hobbying on. These people still seeing? There we go. Still see my pretty face. Alright, so just building some more tech yard now. No worries, mate. Thank you for coming along. Glad to hear from you again. Catch you soon. Should be more and more streams happening more often again. Like really trying to get back into it properly. A lot more hobby streams, a lot more hobby challenges going ahead. No worries. Later, my variant. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Ooh. Hammer Hall Herald has. Something big happening in Africa. Just put up something for Hangout, which always interests me. And so yeah, anyone still watching, shout out what you're doing. No worries, man. Finishing up my Mortec guard. The last unit to do for tonight, I think. Ugh. These guys, because I want to do them like the sea font, so I'm thinking maybe just do like some beach sand sort of bases, maybe with a few rocks and some shells, and do a beach theme sort of base for them. Be rather cool. The Nighthorn, I'll be doing something death related, so maybe like some purples and stuff like that. Yeah, I need to go get myself one more battle line unit for my Bone Rippers though. So I think a unit of Kavalos Death Riders would be cool, just for something a little bit different than the Mortek card. And then I can start playing around with like 2,000 points. Which I think would be cool. Pick the head I didn't use on the other Hekatos. Yeah, just get it built so far, and then hopefully let's get it painted up in a week or so. Yeah, getting there. Oh. But yeah, I'm definitely keen for those Warcry game ideas, man. Very cool. You can help me out with some narrative campaigns and stuff like that. I'll build up the narrative for one of my war bands, and then we can play them through, and you can just play like the Gumby armies, just chop and change. So I've got plenty of like evil stuff you can use as well. I've got all the cards. So I've got Beast of Chaos, I've got Zinch, I've got Gloomspite, I've got the Untamed Beasts as well. Pretty good, man. Got some proper narrative campaigns going for Warcry. Gotta get that camera. Gotta get it like facing this way, I reckon. Just give me a sec. Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Oh yeah, that would help. Putting the mic back. Lol. That can't live there. Yeah, no, we're just gonna leave that there for now. I'm gonna figure out some new angles. Check out my cool D&D light from the wife. That's something we're gonna look on. Speaking of like funds for channel hours before, looking at like using the dungeon to record like RPG podcasts, so like D&D or Soulbound and stuff like that. It's actually making use of this, so I need to invest in a couple more mics. And some cameras to organize for D&D. So there will be the banner and a paper toss. Let's do the Soul Cleaver Great Blade. People say not to bother with this, but I don't care. It looks cool. It's enough to be a two-handed weapon. So I'm going to build it. I like this mic view better. Going down on what I'm working on here. You just see my terrible, terrible burn marks all over my arm from work. So yeah, the plan is definitely I want to have this Bone Reaper army done by Halloween. I would like to also have the Nighthaunt, but if I can get one of the two done by Halloween, I'll be a very happy person. Because obviously in that time I need to also do the Start Collecting INF Deepkin box, and that has to be done. I mean, and if I get the Bone Reapers painted, I'll have another army to play in Warcry. Yeah, can't wait to get these guys painted. Nice, man. I'm sure they will turn out great, man. The Gits look great, so I have no doubt that your Nighthaunt will as well. Yeah, these guys are a lot smaller than I thought. The things, the Mortar Guard are actually quite small. But yeah, they're big dudes. Are big. Like they're on 50 mils, not 40 mils. So they're actually that little bit bigger than like your normal monstrous infantry. Right, and then Morghast are just huge though. Just putting shields and swords on now, and then I've just got helmets to do, and the more tech guard are all done. So just the heads to go, and then we're going to call it a night after that. Made a good bit of progress, I think, tonight. Easy, man. No worries. I'll catch you soon, mate. Cheers for hanging out tonight. I'll talk to you real soon. I'm at work tomorrow, so probably expect a message after I knock off. Oh, just grab a different head. Dropped a head, we'll just grab a different. Alrighty, well, that's all the Bone Reapers built for tonight. I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining in the Hobby Hangout. I will catch you all again real soon. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And stay safe, everyone. Stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. I'll see you real soon. Ciao for now.